Quick disclaimer here, trading is very risky and carries a high level of risk. Anything said here is not a financial advice. Make sure you trade with money you can only afford to lose. Stay safe. What's going on, guys? This is the voice of TRADEWITHWORLDBANK, and if you are new to this channel, I welcome you up to this channel. Make sure you smash that subscribe button as you are watching this video for the first time, and if you are just joining us or you have been watching us for a very long time, make sure you turn on the notification bell so you can get notified whenever I drop beautiful contents like this. So during the course of the week, we had a lot of setups. Price action on AUD was very bearish, and I really didn't get an entry on that pair. Why didn't I get an entry? That was because most of my entries were coming up during the Asia session, and as you all know, Asia session really doesn't give me time to trade. As per, I'll be asleep, so I'm not always active during the Asia session. But during the London session, where I was expecting trades on this pair, I really didn't get an entry setup, so it was a little bit hard to get set up on the currency pair AUD USD. So without further ado, let's get started and continue with our SMC versus retail analysis. Going back to our YouTube pairs, we were using GBP CHF and GBP CHF. Okay, so where did we stop last 2 weeks? Last 2 weeks I stopped on 3-1. SMC was leading 1 and retail was on 3, so that means SMC was losing and then retail was leading. Now look at this analysis. Make sure you go and watch the previous video if you haven't watched this. Is going to come up in a minute, so you can click it and watch it before checking out what happened here. In the previous video, we talked about this support zone over here. This support zone, we're expecting a buy on this support zone, though I was also looking at this resistance turn support, and I was expecting the price to sell off from the resistance, but it's just sold off a little bit, and look at what happened. It's reacted more like, you can call this liquidity grab, and then tap into the real support zone, and then you can look for buying opportunities from there. Yes, and it's really did the most. You can see it did 78 pips to the take profit target. That was the initial take profit target, and you can see, for those that love to hold like me, you can see it did 200 pips. This is very beautiful. So in the next one, this was for the last week, I was expecting this resistance turn support to get reaction and sell off, and you can see what happened. Price actually sold off, but it didn't sell exactly on that resistance level. That was the first analysis, and then the second analysis was the retest of this broken resistance. The retest of this broken resistance, I was expecting a retest, and look at what happened. Price retested and then boom, did 116 pips. And then the second analysis was that if it breaks out from the retest, it should what, this support zone should hold it. But look at what happened here. And so before moving into this week's analysis on GBP CHF for retail, now it is what is the analysis? You can see for here, I was expecting a change of character, price to rise from this supply, but price didn't touch the supply. And look at what happened over here. I was expecting price to hit this demand zone, but then price actually hits the demand zone, but did a liquidity grab on this. Look at the stop loss, 22 pips stop loss, and price its price took us out, you can see, and started moving in our direction. So I won't take this as a winning trade, I'll take this as a losing trade. And then the second alternative was that if there's a breakout here, then we'll continue using the supply zones for our selling trades. But now that didn't happen, so I'll take this as a losing trade. But if I were to enter, I wouldn't enter here because my divergence entry wouldn't have shown here, you understand? So let me take this as a win since it went in our direction, you understand? Let me take this as a winning trade since it went in our direction. So SMC has 2 now and retail is on 4, so the scores now is 4-2. Scores now is 4-2. And yeah, so on the same analysis, I was expecting this, right? But I didn't make a video on this. So I'll be making a video now. So let me update the scores. Let me bring it here. Let me bring it up here a little bit. Yes, so retail is still leading actually, but now SMC is improving. SMC is trying to, it's trying to do something. So in this chart right now, what are we expecting on GBP Because I was saying we are going to make the analysis on GBP now. SMC is now on 2. Remember I said once retail reaches 5, I'm going to stop the video and I'm going to share my humble thoughts, my humble opinion on the whole strategy, if I'm going to shift, if I'm going to change my bias, or if I'm going to continue. Let's drop your questions in the comments. I'm going to make a video on all your questions by the time I'm making the next video, which should be the last video. I should be making more videos actually, like 2 more videos on this series, and then we'll go back to our normal analysis for the weekly analysis kind of videos. So now we can confirm that this is very, very bullish. And on GBP again, I have 2 scenarios. Okay, I have 2 scenarios on GBP just 2 scenarios. One is to tap into this demand, into this support, and then buy off or buy away. You understand? So this is then going to be the targets. That's the first trading setup. Now the second trading setup is to break out from this and retest this, okay, and then sell off. Okay, so where will be the targets? Take profits targets. Let's go to the 4 hours time frame to analyze the targets. The target is still going to be here. Yes, that's support zone is now a new support zone. That is the second bias. And then the third bias right now, the third bias is to break out of this resistance, retest. You can see now we are purely doing breakout and retest over here, breakout and retest, just breakout and retest. So that is what I'm expecting. So remember, first setup is a buy into these targets, second setup is a breakout and retest, and then the third setup target is what? A breakout and retest of this. That is what I'm expecting. So using our trend line now, you can so let's say the targets, breakout and test should be here. That's one confluence. And let's see this one. Okay, so probably this one is going to happen here. You understand? So I have 3 biases right now. I have 3 biases right now on GBP for retail analysis. So what do you guys think? Do you think this is not going to play out? Because one should at least play out. And then the only setup that might not play out is the straight breakout. Okay, the straight breakout, which is just going to break out like this and then to never retest, then continue selling. Okay, that's the setup that might not play out, that might play out but we've not explained. And also a straight breakout like this, just continue breaking out without retesting. That is what I am not expecting, because I'm expecting that price should always break out and retest. At least should always break out and retest. So we have confluence trading for this already. I don't want to add Fibonacci, just this is more like a range. This zone is a range. Looking at this zone right now is a very big range, so I don't want to use Fibonacci. Remember the rule of Fibonacci, it should be in a trending market, and right now we are not really in a trending market. We don't really have a trending market. Okay, so from last 2 weeks analysis also, it was a ranging price action, and it won't be reasonable to use Fibonacci. But then let's say you are in this uptrend and you're looking for a retracement zone. Okay, just like last week analysis, then this is an uptrend. Then you can draw your Fibonacci. For those that don't know how to use Fibonacci, you draw it from the swing low to the swing high, just like that, and you can see it's exactly stayed on 0.618 level. That is more confluence for this trade. Okay, now I want to add something again. Then price repeats itself. Look at what is happening here. Look at what is happening here, guys. Look at what is happening here, and look at what is happening here, and look at what is happening here. It's almost the same thing. Okay, now there is high probability of a real breakout and then a retest. So if that happens, we are going to come back next week and use our Fibonacci. Okay. Okay, that is if retail has not won, because right now, since retail, we are going to stop the video on 5 winning streaks of retail. That means I have one video left of retail winning, or else if retail doesn't win, then we're going to continue the series. Okay, but if retail should win this next trade, that means I'm going to stop recording, and then the next video is going to be on my thoughts, you guys questions, answering all you guys questions, and the way forward. Okay, now this is what I'm expecting on retail. Sorry, I've taken so much time on retail because it's quite interesting. So what was I explaining here? That if this that happens here again, we're going to use the Fibonacci, and this time around I might take the trade on my real account. I might take the trade personally if what happened here, this breakout and retest, is happening on this place, and me using the Fibonacci outside the breakout and retest, and it's giving me that same trading setup as this one, then yeah, but then that's going to be around next week or next 2 weeks before that happens. So moving to GBCHF for SMC, that is the supply and demand smart money concepts. Now I want to say this one played out, you understand. This actually with our stop loss here, but then it went in our direction. Okay, so that is what analysis is for, expecting something to go in our direction. That is why we're analyzing. So that is why I'm giving retail 2 points now. So that trade is a winning trade. And yes, so now this is GBPCHF. I analyzed this during the I can't even remember, but I think I just shared this with someone or my students. I was sharing this analysis with guys in my Telegram channel, but I didn't really come back to this one. Moving back to GBCHF, there was liquidity here, and that demand zone became invalid over there. So liquidity, demand zone below the liquidity, that is liquidity grab, just like that. Yeah, liquidity grab. But I don't think I shared this analysis with anybody, so I won't say I shared this. I can't even remember now. So what am I expecting on JPCHF right now for the week? Yeah, so same thing that happened here again. We can see this little break of structure to the left hand side over there. You can call this change of character again. Now you can see this one is not a change of character anymore, you understand, but that was a change of character as at that point of time. Change of character. Now there is high probability sell over here. Let's refine it on 30 minutes time frame. Yeah, as if I had known. 30 minutes time frame, just like that. And okay, so first buyers is expecting reaction from here. Expecting a reaction from there. Then second buyers right now, you can see this is a range itself. This is a whole range by itself. And yeah, it's a whole range by itself. So I'm not really interested in this range right now. Since we've hit this demand zone and we are reacting off from the demand zone. We also have a supply zone here. Yes, we also have a supply zone here. We also have a supply zone here. Yeah, we also have a supply zone here. And why is it a supply zone? Let's see. We've got the break of structure. So we have the change of character, we have the break of structure. Yeah, so we have two supply zones right now. that we're trying to take a sell off from. Remember, it is an uptrend trade. This is a change of character, which means it can actually change the direction to a downtrend, you understand. So I'm really interested on these two supply zones on GBPCHF, nothing else. So you can then bring the concept of inducements here to make this one more of like a high probability setup. Let's do inducements. Okay, so this is inducements, and yeah, This is a high probability supply zone, this is a low probability supply zone. Whew, let's still see. Then you can start as you can call this also, you can call this liquidity. Yeah, you can call this liquidity. Okay, so there's tons of confluence for this supply zone. There's tons of confluence for this supply zone, and I think I'm going for sales on SMC over here. I'm going for sales. So where is going to be the target? The next target is, let's move to the 4-hour time frame, and this is the target. This is the target here. This is the target. Sorry, yeah, this is the target, because yes, this is the target. So remember, this is the target, but that doesn't mean you can hold for all this. But then you can hold, but you know, remember to let runners run, take partials and let runners run. So I'm interested in this high probability sell setup on the 1-hour time frame for the change of character. But now these are the sell setups, right? What about the buy setups? What about the buy setups? I'm still looking at this zone that grab liquidity here. You have that demand zone, and what I'm expecting price to break out totally, you understand, totally from this high. I'm expecting price to break out totally from this high, and once it breaks out, it should give us a demand zone around this zone, and then we can look for buying opportunities from there. But if that doesn't happen, I don't want to make too many drawings. I want to make something reasonable. I want to make a reasonable drawing. And delete that. So the last bias is a buy bias, breakouts, then demand zone. You understand? So this is what I'm expecting. Now this is also a liquidity grab here. There's also a liquidity grab here. There's also a liquidity grab there. Liquidity above, there's liquidity there. So making this zone a more valid supply zone. So using Fibonacci, we might not see anything here on Fibonacci because it's very small. It's a very small range. You can see, okay, it's showing us 0.7. That 0.7 means it is a good zone above 0.5. So it is a premium zone. Okay, a premium zone. Is it premium or discount? Premium. Yes, this is a premium because we want to sell, so it's a premium. Yes, that is what I'm expecting. So I'm not really rooting for buys, but you know what I'm expecting, my expectations. Yeah, so I think that will be all. If you guys are new to this channel, make sure you subscribe. If you want my daily setups plus signals and analysis, one-on-one classes and weekly classes, that takes place in my mentorship. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Make sure you subscribe. Peace.